Uh,
Hello.
uh, that man.
Not too much. How's it going?
Well, it's not easy being famous. You know,
Yeah, I get it.
got people knocking at my front door. They're like, "Hey, weren't you that guy that sent out that tweet?"
That
I
literally
was,
everyone in the world loved.
yeah, I was like, "Oh,
I heard Barack Obama talking about it.
yeah, you heard him talking about it? You were sitting, hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Not easy being the president's friend,
Well, I mean,
former president."
pales in comparison to your fame.
True. I'm really hoping for 10K, son, bro. 10K likes. I'm at uh 8,500. Yeah, 8,500. It is slowing down a lot though. That's probably not gonna happen. Oh my god, that cat bongo's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't
Okie
get to
dokie.
watch the whole thing yet. I'm loving this whole thing. I love all of this. It's fucking great.
The
All the cats on the bongos.
yeah,
I can't get enough.
they're amazing. What
How
did
did how did I
Timbertech?
make it this far in my life without them?
That song is so cute though. Amazing. You should pull up my stream. There we go.
I am looking at your stream.
You should pull up the chat, Bick.
It says hosting Miki Mish.
That's interesting. I just. Why am I getting? Why did I just get through 2 hot dogs? Rocket League, why'd you just give me 2 hot dogs when I logged in? Are you trying to tell me something? Why am I now hosting Geeky? Interesting. How about if I... Do you see this in chat? Bam.
I don't see anything in the chat.
Oh, okay. You probably want to refresh your chat then. Only if you want to, you know. You're your own person.
I am my own person. I'm glad you noticed.
My rocket. Oh wait, I'm not in my customized car category. Whatever. Choose friends to invite, and there's none. Well,
Wow, you don't have any
that,
friends? All those
that,
likes on Twitter, but no one actually cares about you?
that explains a lot in my
That's
life.
really sad.
Uh, uh, hello, Steam? Friends? Sign in. I was signed out of friends. Good. Now I'm real glad you decided to be on the front of my screen there, friend. Okay. So, good news, there's 132 people in Rocket Labs.
Isn't that up from your previous?
Yeah, I was like 32 that one time.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go to Twitch. I'm gonna click play on the music. You are still hosting other channel. Oh, now you're not.
Yeah, it just said exited host mode. Which what are you doing, man?
Alright, I got your chat over here.
Interesting.
You seen that meme?
Yeah.
Well,
Are you gonna join or what? Dick.
I just launched Rocket League.
Oh my god. What were you playing before, you bitch?
Got a decryptor. That's cool.
Yeah, I did too. I got like a decrypt. I got 2 decryptors and 2 hot dogs and.
Probably an explanation, I would assume. I would assume that something that happened has an explanation. I know I'm going out on a limb there.
Everything happens for a purpose, Umbra. You know that. So the universe exists.
Oh, good. I'm glad we got into a match quickly so that I couldn't, you know, weigh myself down with any of that training.
I haven't trained for years, Umbra.
Speaking of Destiny and the universe being whatever the hell you said, turns out when you fuck around with snakes, you get bit.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I had heard about that story, but I hadn't seen the video. That's why I posted it. I was like, this is hilarious.
This guy's absolutely insane.
How do you have that level of cognitive dissonance? Oh!
Oh!
God, no.
Oh! No, I don't have it.
I will say, I was kind of surprised by the fact that, you know, irrational humans like, dude, you fuck with the snakes, you're gonna get bit like your dad, you're gonna die. You've seen that this does. Oh! You've seen that this doesn't work. What are you doing, man? But then you watch that. I actually found part. You linked part 2. I went ahead and found part 1 as well, just to get the full experience.
Context.
And he seems like he's okay with the dying aspect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he does.
was really shaken up afterwards. Like he was even like jittery around the snakes. Like, well, yeah, you listen to that jitteriness. It's there for a reason. But he keeps talking about like, you know, if I die, it's my time to die. I think I'm gonna die early, like my dad did. It's just like you don't have to.
Yeah,
even,
look at
even
that.
even most Christians would argue you're insane. You don't need to do this. Like why? It seemed like he was just really excited about snakes, and like following in the footsteps of his dad. Like I can understand that. That makes sense to me. But holy shit! And then he ends it with, even if my dad came down and told me not to, even if he came out of the grave and told me to stop doing it, I'd tell him to go back to the grave. I'm gonna do it anyways. Just like, oh, you are just gone. Your mind is just fried at this point. There's no help for you. Boy,
He just.
that CLR really helped with your rust, didn't it?
I didn't put CLR on. It's dangerous.
Is it?
Yeah.
How so?
Bad for your skin.
Oh,
It's acid.
I didn't realize I wasn't thinking like
You were thinking of
literally
my
put it on
hypothetical
your-
CLR.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't see my tweet. My tweet. I just thought.
I saw your post was called. Wow, I'm looking at my Twitch app and it's still hosting the other person. Maybe back up and click on it again. You said
get
gonna
out.
need some CLR for this rust, and I said that
Yeah,
CLR has been working because we're kicking ass. Yeah. I wouldn't actually like apply CLR to myself.
Yeah.
That was a miscommunication on the joke. Yeah, I mean, fuck snakes in general, but like purposefully, you know, taking them and putting them on your shoulder and dancing around like a moron. I love how he blames the cameras. It's so typical.
Yeah, there's because there was cameras in the church. It's like, what the fuck?
I shouldn't have been doing that. And the big guy in the Mario overalls and red shirt, he seemed like he at least had a modicum of reason because he's the one that forces him to go to the hospital. Even if going to the hospital is against God's will. Oh, I can't shoot. I'm doing, you know, I sent it to him I sent him to the hospital anyways. Like, yeah, you saved that dude's life. 100% saved his life.
Yeah.
And he barely made it even going to the doctor. It was still a close call. But so I was like, all right, maybe that dude's got a bit of reason. But that dude seemed at the end, he almost seemed crazier than the pastor guy. He's like fucking with the snakes and stuff. And he seems to be just genuinely interested in snakes as well. He's like, I like to go out and catch snakes just for fun.
Yeah.
I almost blocked it. It's like, leave the snakes alone, you asshole.
I'm thinking this guy, I'm thinking he puts snakes on this like spiritual pedestal, right? Because he's doing that in the
Yeah.
church. And so like if he got rid of the snakes,
Yeah,
it would
Angel.
almost be like he got rid of his spirituality or some shit. Is Angel here? Or is she in chat?
In chat.
Oh, you saw some other dude being hosted. Yeah, yeah. What was it, dude? Was it a guy?
Was it a dude? You know, I think it was a dude actually.
Well, there was a girl right before this, but
Okay,
Wait a
good,
minute.
because I remember thinking, that's a cute lady, and then I popped it up on my big screen. I was like, oh, that's a guy. Okay, I was mistaken. I'm not ashamed. Just, you know, I was mistaken. So as it turns out, two different people. Sunbro hasn't lost his mind.
maybe yeah. Because it was Mika, who's a fellow Colorado streamer
Ah.
that I've never actually talked to. I just found that she was active. What's up, Angel?
Thanks for stopping by, Angel. It's nice to have some company. Sorry, we're not doing any Monster Hunter, just playing more lame-ass Rocket League.
Yes, I think that if that guy got rid of the snakes, it would be like cutting away part of his spirituality. He might think it's his like tunnel to God or some shit, right?
Yeah,
And so if he got rid of
probably.
it, that's why he
Yeah.
still does it.
No!
Aww!
Why did I score? Why?
Yeah, Angel
just,
always.
just saying thanks. It's nice to have a third.
I like Angel here.
Oh shit! Oh, I want to see the new. They haven't done the update yet, have they? Damn it.
That's on Monday. And Monday is a Rocket League day.
I got the supernova goal explosion. Oh, give it to me.
I get it
Inject
next
it
match.
into my veins.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think he uses it as like a reference of like him controlling the evil and shit. Is what I think he's using the snakes for.
I think it's just purely that one passage where it says about like walking. You'll be able. So why don't they ever drink poison? Because the same exact verse that talks about handling snakes without any danger also talks about drinking poison, and yet they're not dancing around with a vial of poison and drinking that shit on Sundays.
Isn't the snake also like in the Garden of Eden or whatever?
Yeah, the whole thing is that Satan was in the form of a serpent, and then God cursed it so that it would not have legs and it would have to slither on its body. Strange.
Cursed animals.
Yeah.
Snakes are cursed animals.
It's like if he's trying to curse Satan, why would you curse like an animal? And also, snakes seem to do pretty damn well without legs. It doesn't make any sense.
No, they're cursed. I tell you. You ever see a worm? That's cursed.
Yeah. Then you got the whole like women are cursed with childbirth pain. Oh, I remember. Sorry, I'm drunk. But
You ever see a paraplegic? Cursed.
Yeah.
Spawn of the Satan. Spawn of the Satan. Here goes.
And then, you know, you got centipedes that are ultra blessed. They got extra legs. They're so holy.
Oh yeah. Passage with the angels themselves. Angel, are you centipede?
Holy shit, her name is Angel. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You know, Satan was an angel. Whoops. So yeah, like, women are supposed to be cursed with painful deliveries, so there are ladies that like will refuse pain medication because they think it's going against God's curse. It's kind of a weak curse if humans can like surmount it so easily. Like even and like God, men are supposed to be cursed with like working the field, but how many guys actually work the field? You can't have 7 billion farmers. That's not gonna work.
A bunch of riders are a field. Does that count?
That's true. I guess everyone has to become a writer. I'm glad I got that English degree now.
Yeah. You're not using
Now
it
it's
though.
gonna come in handy.
Why don't you use it more? Write yourself a blog there, son, bro.
You know, I actually did. It was for school though. They made us write a blog.
Oh.
Shit, I could probably find that. I could probably find that and post it. It'd be really
I had a blog. I
embarrassing.
deleted it.
Yeah. It's probably super fucking embarrassing to read that shit now. Although it was mostly school assignments, so it's probably not
It's
that
a
bad.
teammate you really.
I've been terrible, so I'm not gonna bitch. Oh my god,
Yeah,
team's got all points.
Yeah, he's got all the points. And I've hit ball, I just midfield all the time. Time for communion, where we consume the snake skin and venom of Christ. You know, you already consumed the blood of Christ, and blood's weird.
Yes!
Maybe that's why snakes are like anti-God, because they coagulate blood, and blood is.
Ooh, interesting. The church we went to, the cracker thing and the grape juice, because you know can't give wine to kids. Actually, probably can. I bet they may make an exception there, but still, we had grape juice because they said it was just all metaphorical. But there are definitely places that think that once it's been blessed by the pastor, that it's the literal body and blood of Christ. I bet it changes its chemical composition.
I like the communion wafers though. I thought they tasted good.
Kind of too small to really appreciate.
Oh, ours were big, like. ours are
Really?
whole. Yeah.
I got ripped off. Damn.
Yeah,
Cheap
you
ass church.
small ass. That was the only reason why I went up to communion or whatever. to the
What
wafers.
kind of did you go to like a Catholic type church? What kind of church did you
Yeah.
go to?
Yeah, it was bad.
That's a particularly ridiculous breed right there.
I didn't even know much about it. I don't remember shit. Just remember that I just sat in church and
I
got real
just,
bored.
there was so little of it. Even the juice was like barely a few drops. What kind of church did you go to, Angel? Or still go to? I don't want to make any presumptions here.
Oh no!
Get
I thought my mind was probably gonna go in because it was so fast.
think you could score on me? Get the fuck out of here. Not
I
letting
even
you
did
score.
I did a backflip, by the way, for that goal.
It was not a goal
Well,
because I blocked it.
in an alternate universe where you're not a dick.
You show me that alternate universe, and I'll believe you. Give me evidence.
I can't.
Give me peer-reviewed alternate universes, and then I'll believe you.
We're talking about religion here. We don't have evidence.
Got him. Wish I could have more. Nazarene? Holy shit.
I don't know what a Nazarene is. Oh shit.
I think Jesus was of Nazarene? Nazareth? No, that's not right. Something.
That sounds like a type of mouthwash.
It's always weird to have such a... Dancing is bad. Oh god, yeah, that's the really strict sect.
Wow.
Like my parents taught the Sunday school when I was really little, and we had we used to be very active in the church. I was a part of the tape recording team, so that I would like record the service and then sell it at the bookstore and stuff like that, and like and burn the CD drives so that like people could buy the audio.
Huh. Didn't have anything like that. It didn't seem too bad when you were at church? How? You couldn't play. Oh, were you into video games though? Because like, my church time was time away from video games.
Yeah,
I hated it.
Just cartoons, I mean anything, just fucking the whole Sunday's ruined.
Yeah. I only know that.
There were times we didn't get home till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Getting up at like 7 or 8. How long did you go? When did you stop going?
Oh, she means it wasn't crazy. And mine didn't seem very crazy.
We had the laying hands on people's heads and causing them to fall over thing, and speaking in tongues,
Jesus!
and praying for healing.
We just had that one guy that molested some kids.
That's not so bad.
Oh, God. Just standard Catholic fare, really.
Yeah, just you had the typical church-going experience.
Yeah.
Very boilerplate.
I told him, I was like, get the molestation out of the way. Just do it now. Ready.
Only went to visit her this summer, like 5 or so years. And that was some of my earliest memories are of religion. Oh, I didn't think that was in. And I was probably 16 or 17 when we stopped
Oh, that's
going.
it.
My parents just kind of got lazy on Sunday mornings and stopped going.
Oh, there's a guy here.
They
Oh,
actually
shit.
had bad shit. It's kind of funny to think that if my parents just didn't get kind of lackadaisical, who knows where I'd be right now, or what I'd
Yeah.
think. That was huge in getting me. Actually, it was Reddit largely that helped me start to see a new perspective. But yeah, not having it rammed down your throat every Sunday is nice.
I wanted to play with a Tigger toy. They had.
Did it for Tigger. Do it for Tigger.
Yeah.
Make sure
Tigger
you pronounce that T very sharply.
Is that how you spell Tigger? Why?
Yeah, I feel like you
Really?
wrote it right the first time. And then corrected it.
Why are you missing an E?
Is that a thing now where we write the word correctly and then update it with the broken one?
Oh.
Write out a sentence that like makes sense and then change it that one word. Oh hey Angel.
It is easier to explain this over the sound
bet it is,
instead
yeah.
of typing.
But now we have to listen to you.
So yes, it is actually spelled like that.
Really?
Yes. He says it all the time, and it's not like totally obvious. That is like the official or spelling or whatever. But he says T-I double gut er.
Oh, that does sound familiar. I kind of hated Winnie the Pooh even as a kid.
I didn't get like super into the show or anything. I just liked the characters. I was
Yeah,
always
you just got really into
Oh,
the
shit.
lore. You wanted to know. You know, you helped write the wiki page, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's the writer.
Oh.
That's why I say I don't know if you guys have like paid attention, but like what do I say? Easy as peasy and simple as pie. That's what Tigger says.
Oh. Interesting. I do actually think he was kind of like my favorite of that gang. Him and
I always hated Piglet.
Yeah, fuck Piglet. So overrated.
Pussy bitch.
I know, right? Are you gonna watch that live action movie? Aren't they coming out with like a
Oh
big
yeah, I
budget
forgot
movie?
about that.
Oh,
I don't know so much. I guess if I hear it's good, maybe I will.
Christopher Robin. Oh, what a bother.
Sorry, I'm drunk. That's funny. Being drunk sure is funny, especially when you do things you're not supposed to. Oh,
Yeah.
man, what a joke! What a joke! What a boy! You should be a comedian. Aren't comedians always drunk too? For real.
Being drunk is like the coolest thing you can do, bro.
Well, depressed people are always drunk, and comedians are always depressed. So.
Oh my god.
True.
No!
So, I remember when we used to come back from like Christmas break at school, there were a lot of times where I would forget my locker combination because it was just kind of, you know, it was just kind of like muscle memory to just go blah, 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 and then boom, it was open. But there were times where like, you know, I didn't need to use my locker for all of like midterm week, and then so it's like a full week of not using my locker, then another full week of like Christmas break or whatever, and it'd be like, shit, it's been 2.5 weeks or whatever since I've actually opened this damn thing. And I didn't know what the hell to do. I mean, I just a dumb high schooler, I guess. I could just gone to the front office and asked, hey, I need my locker code, but that would have been like a whole thing, and plus I would have been late for class. So that was just one of the things that I was constantly terrified about. I should have just written it down at some point. Anyways, oh fuck. I had a dream last night that I was back in school and had forgotten my locker combination. I was like, I woke up and just like shook my head. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm way too fucking old to be having this dream. Oh,
I still have
wide open.
I still have dreams about missing my finals
Yes.
and then not
yeah.
graduating. Rather. But I did miss one of my finals just about. So I mean, it really
Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that.
it's all about the trauma I think from that shit.
There's so many times where I wake up or I have a dream and I'm like, one more semester of college. I thought I graduated, like, and like for some reason there was like a mistake and I didn't have enough credits or whatever. I'm doing like an extra semester of college.
My dreams always affect like how I feel the next day.
Really?
Yeah. Like pretty much every time. It's not always like in a big way, but
like if it was a bad dream, you'll be in kind of like a bad mood.
yeah, or like yeah, bad mood, or like if I had a dream about somebody, I'll be thinking about them all day, and not necessarily in the context of the dream either.
Just kind of like it's on your brain now.
Yeah.
What about like really sad dreams? You ever get sad dreams?
Yes, I do. There was one time that I had a dream that my parents got in a car accident.
Yeah.
And
Been there.
yeah, like my mom and my sister died.
I
was like, really?
Exactly what I was gonna say next. Is it like I've had a dream. So it felt like an hour of just beginning the grieving process because I thought my mom was dead.
Yeah, seriously.
And like, and it's like not even the like. Usually the dreams end at the shitty part, but this just kept going and going. I felt like I think I went to the funeral, and like couldn't pay for the funeral expenses or the coffin, and it was just God. It was
Bad
awful. I
times.
just woke up like sweating and stuff, and just like, well, I have to process this. Like, I'm happy that that's not true anymore, but also like I feel like I've been grieving for the past hour. That was just ugh. Man, that
Yeah.
felt shitty.
Mine was actually like when I woke up, I was questioning, like, was that real?
Yeah,
It's like,
an awful like. There's like a spark of hope. Like, okay, hang on, maybe that was all just a dream and everything's okay. Maybe life is gonna go back to normal. Like there were times as a kid where like the whole world was gonna come to an end, or there was like a zombie apocalypse or some shit, and I was actually in that like fearful fight or flight kind of response, thinking that like everyone is doomed and life is over. And I wake up, I was like, oh, thank God, that's not actually happening. But there's
Whenever I
there's
had
that few seconds when you first get up, like, was that a dream? I was a dream, right? Am I good? Can I breathe a sigh of relief again?
whenever I had dreams like that, they were fun for me. They were like, yeah, zombie apocalypse, hell yeah. I'm gonna beat something up.
Well, this was not even necessarily about the like doing anything about the apocalypse. Is more of just like everyone knows the world is going to end in like a week. Like, you've got a week to live. Was kind of how my dreams went. It was just really fucked up because I'm just sitting there like thinking like, what am I even gonna do with this final week? You know, just it's kind of rough.
I don't really
generally don't remember any dreams anymore though. That's why this one was
Same.
particularly surprising. Is because within seconds of waking up, I think about the dream I just had. Go, whoa, that was fucking crazy, and then immediately I move on and then have forgotten it.
yeah.
I don't really have bad dreams all that often. Most of my dreams, the only time I have bad dreams is like when I just broke up with somebody, and I pretty much all the rest of my dreams are fantastic.
Have you ever done lucid dreaming?
Oh yeah, I used to lucid dream all the time when I was a kid. I don't anymore.
I've never done it.
I've
Never been
never been able to do it. I'd have so much sex, just everywhere.
There was a couple times that like I knew I was in a dream, but
I think I've had that, but I didn't like have control. Because
Exactly.
usually by the time I realize that I'm in a dream, I usually wake up like immediately. Usually shocks me away.
the couple times that I remember it happening, it took like, you know, a few dream minutes to wake up afterward.
Did you try to assert control?
Not really. I think it was like it probably wasn't like a super conscious like, okay, I know I am dreaming right now. It's more of like a, this isn't real.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, dreams are
That's
weird.
That's kind of how my dreaming is now. Now that I like don't dream anymore, they're just kind of like, yeah, I know this is a dream. I think that's why, like, when I see shit, like, I've had dreams where my house is getting torn to shreds and I know my mom's in it, but I'm watching it going, oh, so radical. Like, I just thought it looked cool, and I'm like, she's not in there. Like she was in there, but I know this isn't real. Like, that's not my house.
Yeah, I've kind of had those where I'm like, you know, in the dream I know it's my house, but I recognize that that's not my house.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
On the locker thing, I almost every single one of my high school years, and junior high years, I didn't need to know my locker combination because I could just hit it or kick it open. So I just give it one kick right in the right spot, and bam, it's
I
open.
really liked. I've always liked heist movies, and I used to watch Italian Job. And they talked about like how, like when you're like moving the spinny dial thing, like you can kind of feel it click into place if you're going like really slow and being careful. And I actually fucking did it one time. I was so damn proud of myself. Actually, fucking figured out what a combination was by doing that. I thought it was so badass. I mean, they were just really shitty lockers, honestly.
Bro.
I felt like
Still
a badass.
satisfying.
Yeah.
I learned how to pick just like regular door locks when I was in high school.
God,
Like not from
I
any
cannot-
tutorial, but
I cannot get a feel for that at all. I've tried. My dad actually did locksmith stuff for a while, and he's got like a whole bunch of locksmith tools. I just could not wrap my head around how it works. I mean, I get how it works, but I couldn't like get a feel for it with the tools in my hand.
I've never tried, but I was always interested in it. Oh, but
I did it.
I was super proud of myself one time. So like in junior high, my friend taught me how to use like the card trick. You guys know that?
Credit card?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stick it and push the deadbolt thing. back?
Yeah. And so
It's a credit card. I don't know why I specified that.
it actually probably shouldn't be a credit card because sometimes it should be a little flimsy, but not too flimsy.
Wow, someone's broken into a lot of houses.
Well, no, it's like
B&B expert over here.
Oh.
just like last year, my my upstairs neighbor locked himself out of his house, and you know I happened to be outside, and he was like talking to me about it. I'm like, wait a minute, and I just run in and try to grab like a good card for it, and it wasn't like an easy one where you can just like slip it straight in and you know like through the opening or whatever. It had like corners and stuff, so it did have to be flimsy,
Ooh. Okay.
but not so flimsy that it wouldn't, you know, like I don't know, whatever.
Right.
And so like I was concerned that it was like too cornered, but I tried it and just like it popped open. I'm like, yeah.
You gotta play it off like it's no big deal. Like, yeah, I've broken into banks before, so this is nothing. Was he super impressed? Was he like, oh,
He was.
Oh.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I think I was like, I did like
My assist.
my little hell yeah thing. We just like high five. I felt badass.
I have a lot more experience breaking into cars than houses, because I've had plenty of times where someone I know has locked their keys in the car using like coat hangers and shit. Get through the window.
I broke into Nate's car that one time.
Oh yeah.
The fence post and the hammer.
What? A fence post and a hammer? Tell me more.
Or a fence, not post, picket or whatever. But yeah. Oh, he was just on the passenger side of the door. You just kind of use the hammer to pry open the door ever so slightly, and I wedged the picket of the fence inside the car and hit his unlock switch.
That's the best, is when you can just actually get to the electronic switch. It's a lot harder in some newer cars to do that kind of shit.
His was a physical switch, but yeah. Luckily it wasn't a pull one.
Right.
Oh, I landed on top. Goomba stomped his ass. Great. Angel, you probably didn't know. Back on the locker thing. Angel probably didn't know me at the time, but in 10th grade at my high school. Oh yeah, you weren't even at my high school.
Wow.
You were in
Nope,
9th grade.
What a
yeah,
loser. You weren't even at his high school yet?
Oh, I just wanted to hit that.
Stupid now.
Oh, Sunbro!
Keep hitting my crossbar.
It was such a good pass, and you fucked it up.
I sure did.
Ruined
There's
everything.
a good pass for you. You can't miss that.
All right. But in 10th grade, my locker, I didn't have any school supplies in it whatsoever. I had a muffler to a car, a hubcap, some tuning forks. Yeah, I had something else. I don't quite remember.
Did you not bring school supplies to class?
No, I had everything. I had everything in my backpack. So.
That's what I did. You know, the few times that I went.
It was very,
Excuse me?
very heavy.
Few times that you went to class?
Have you never heard this?
I have not.
I very rarely went to high school classes. like 10th grade. It was like in the first couple weeks that I met this new group of friends. They were a very bad influence on me.
It sounds
And-
like it.
Yeah, and they, you know, I started ditching class all the time. My parents would try to. They tried to motivate me. They tried to discipline me. Nothing worked. And then second semester of 10th grade, they sent me to a like different school, like like a classical school. I don't know what else it's called.
What makes it
Troublemaker school.
special? Just what
Um,
does it do differently?
it's like a closed campus.
Was it the one near downtown, or was it the one?
Is Ridgeview.
This is the one. No, that's the one over by.
By Teagan.
Yeah. That,
Yeah.
I know that place.
Yeah. And they definitely had some religious
Oh boy.
stuff.
It was very. Yeah, it was definitely a churchy type school.
We did learn science, which was good. But,
Evolution?
like,
Every science.
well, I kind of only vaguely remember it.
I left high school thinking that evolution wasn't really like a settled thing. I didn't
Oh.
think that was like scientific fact. I just thought it was like I thought it was a theory in the sense of like they just had an idea that could be something. Obviously, I didn't know what like the scientific theory meant, the highest possible standard of.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember them talking about evolution at all, but I remember.
Because I
very
also
little
went,
from high
to
school.
I went to a Christian school. That's why.
Yeah,
thought that.
yeah. I figured. But yeah. So I couldn't ditch at this other school. So I went
Like,
the whole semester
it was like
there.
a boarding school? Or you had
Oh,
like
no,
a-
it was like they had like basically if you tried to walk out, the desk person would like I don't know if they would call someone. I never actually tried to leave, but they definitely
Shoot you
always
with a
had
train.
someone there, and like you're not supposed to leave until school was over. And you know if you ditched somewhere inside the building, they would find you. Which I found out once. So
Did you lose touch with those bad influence friends when you went there?
kind
You
of
kinda
like
cut off?
I didn't really have I didn't have a phone. And my boyfriend at the time actually broke up with me because I went to a different school. That was pretty
Just
shitty.
kick you while you're down.
Yep.
Same town, but.
Well, I was living in Wellington at the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But so 11th grade came around. They're like, all right, we're gonna give you another shot at the public school. And
Had you learned your lesson?
nope. Met back up with my friends and ditched
Oh, damn it.
even more than 10th grade.
Oh,
10th
fuck.
grade, I went to like maybe like a couple months or so total.
Did you graduate 10th grade even though you ditched that much?
You know, I went so little in 11th. I think they might have graduated me from 10th just because of the second semester.
Uh-huh.
But then I went so little throughout 11th, but they still bumped me up to 12th. Justin says it might be like just to make the school look good because they don't.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
No child left behind.
Yeah, it doesn't look good on them if somebody gets pulled back. But
They're real happy. They really like their image at that school.
yeah.
When I fucked up my standardized testing on purpose, oh boy, they were mad.
I actually did the same thing at Ridgeview. I just wrote like some like weird goofy answers.
So how did 12th grade go then?
I went to like 3 classes the whole year.
It just got less and less.
Yeah, it's like I mean I didn't care. I did get my GED the same year I would have graduated, so you know there's that.
Yeah. You got the knowledge. That's the important thing. I've probably forgotten most of the stuff I learned in high school, anyways. At this point.
High school wasn't really hard. I didn't even try. Like, it doesn't sound like I'm not trying to like brag or anything. It's just like I wasn't challenged. I was like, God, this is dumb.
That is one
College
thing. I will give that to my school. It was super religious, but goddamn, they called themselves a college preparatory school, and they fucking meant it. That was not easy.
I think math was always hard for me. I mean, it still is.
Fuck
Yeah. And then I was always bad at history because I was never interested in anything but like very specific histories. And years and shit are so hard for me.
Yeah.
Numbers. It's all about numbers.
The history is really not about dates, though. Like, I hate the emphasis they put on dates.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much more important to know why they signed the Treaty of Versailles instead of what year they signed it.
Yeah. Like I don't even remember what that is. I just know it's a thing.
I absolutely hate
Or two.
all of history.
I love history
It's really
because I like stories. I'm an English major, so I enjoy the story of history.
Yeah. I think I find it boring just because they taught U.S. history so like over and over and over and over again. And it's just like I don't fucking care anymore.
I also like battles and like war technologies shit. I think battleships are cool.
I like watching battle reenactments and stuff, but like just hearing about it is meh.
I was a huge fucking nerd even back then. We had the you know what Warhammer is, like Warhammer 40K
Yeah.
figurines. We had a club back then where we didn't play Warhammer, but we had like historical figurines that we reenacted battles.
Ah, fuck it.
Just in case you thought I had like any shred of coolness, let me dissuade you. The other club was chess club, so there you go.
That's right.
I refused to join any club. The robotics club said, "We want you on our club, please." I said, "No." Because I took a robotics class and I just like aced everything. Like it was fucking easy as shit. Because it was like kind of it was programming, right? And my brain's kind of tuned to that sort of thing.
It's programmed to do that.
Yeah, well,
See what you did there?
Angel. No, I didn't see. I heard though. Um, so yeah, the programming class was basically had some programming. But it was mainly like, can you follow instructions? The class, but I also manipulated the programs because I was like, oh, I see what these functions and shit do. I just manipulate them and make them do what I want.
The table I sat at in lunch, we called ourselves like the outcast group. 'Cause we were all the kids that weren't popular. And so we like took that as like a badge of honor.
Yeah, that's what my friends did too.
And
Although a lot of my friends were pretty popular, they were just like the rebel type group. We literally called ourselves the group. That's what we were.
Who was the popular one? Do I know him?
Well, Cody was really popular. Like, he was friends with fucking everybody. So Shelby too, actually. He was friends with quite a few people, like different, you know.
Ooh. Ghosting.
It's funny because so we were the group. In my 10th grade, we hung out at the bench, and then
Oh, I know the bench.
yeah, and then after that we hung out at the corner, and then all of them left, and I hung out at Rogers Park with their other.
I never went to Rogers Park. I went there once to see what it was.
Is that what you did instead of going to
lived
class? You
there.
went to the park?
Went to the park, smoked a bunch of weed.
I genuinely don't think anyone in my grade had access to drugs. I mean, it was a small, you know, it was like a really fucking rich, expensive Christian college preparatory school. It was a pretty select group of people that are going there. And if they had access to drugs, I didn't know about it. I think we were pretty fucking lame as a grade. Wow, teammate actually does something at the final minute.
No. Yeah, we were definitely in the outcast group. Since Angel was, a grade or whatever behind, she wasn't fully in like the group that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
But we crossed paths
Did we?
at some point. We did, I know.
Shit, she doesn't remember you. That's awkward.
I mean, I was never in school. How would I know?
You were outside. The only time I remember you is you were right outside the front of the building.
So
The
you
one
actually
time.
remember seeing me?
Yeah, just once though.
Man, I hope I play Monster Hunter with her someday.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Our group actually started growing to the point where our Outcast group, like, we couldn't even fit at a single table anymore because there were people that wanted to be part of our group. It got ridiculous.
That was kind of the problem with the bench. It's that they're just gathered too many people.
Well, there was a cross from the bench too that was like a little like
Yeah, that's kind of like a sort
Cove
of
with like a-
thing.
like a pillar thing. there
Yeah,
pillar?
yeah.
People would sit there too. No, go up the wall, you dickhead. Dickhead.
I thought you said dick idiot.
You dicky.
Dick idiot.
Oh, dick idiot. Oh.
Sounds so stupid I couldn't say it right.
There was
Dick
this,
idiot.
Oh shit.
this one guy that basically, he came up with the name Outcast Club or Outcast Group. Outcast Association, I think. We called ourselves the OA. That's what it was. And
Hopefully.
he was like actually really funny and genuine and just a great guy. He also turned out to be gay, which I didn't know at the time, which thank God, because I thought that was of the devil.
Oh.
I probably would have given him shit for it, so thank God I didn't
No!
find out till later. But also found out that the guy I was in soccer practice with is gay, but whatever.
Were they fucking?
Um,
Were you fucking?
I was not. But again, I'm really glad because we were really close friends in soccer and like changed in front of each other in soccer practice locker rooms, and I probably would have been real shitty if I had known he was gay at the time. So I'm super glad I didn't find out till later. Anyways,
That's fair.
yeah, this guy that like organized the whole Outcast Association ended up being like one of the most popular kids after a while because he was just like people started to see him for who he was. I was like, damn it, he was my friend. I saw this diamond in the rough before any of you assholes. Now you guys are acting like, you know, you've been friends for years, but oh shit. Really, I've discovered him. He's my friend. He was also one of the first people to like question God at that school in front of me. He was like, yeah, but why does everyone get punished for Adam and Eve eating the apple? Like, how is that fair if you're born already in sin? And you know, I'd had that thought before as well, but like didn't say it out loud or, you know, kind of rationalized it away. But he like really dug at it, and I didn't have a good answer for him, and that's an interesting like first seed of a thought there that I can look back at.
Oh fuck up.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Ooh!
Oh
No!
my god. We actually we're still friends and would probably hang out, but he fucking lives in Alabama now.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning it.
He's the guy
in
that drew.
Alabama.
He drew all of the. He drew all of us, pretty much everybody in our grade. He animated them, and made a trading card game out of them.
That's
I
awesome.
thought you were gonna say we drew everyone in our group naked.
I don't know why your brain went to that. Why?
'Cause
Why?
it's
Because he's
funny.
gay?
Gay?
Wow.
Yeah,
Pretty racist of you.
Jeez.
well, it would have been funny.
I really, really hope I find that deck of cards someday. I've got it somewhere. I would love to show you guys my card. Well, I had a like a freshman card, and then you would evolve them into like their senior version, or like lower classman, upperclassman, I think it was called. Because there was a time in math class where he was pissing me off. Like we didn't get along back in 6th grade, and I kind of stabbed him with my pencil.
Well,
He deserved it, I promise you. Like, even he agrees that he deserved it later on. But that became my attack in my, like, lower classman card was, like, pen stab. It dealt, like, poison damage, or, like, did, like, lead poisoning damage. And then, my upperclassman card was, it was, like, a backpack attack. And, we used to play this dumb game where we would pretend to like hit each other, and I would swing my fucking backpack with all my books in it. Because my mom insisted that I have a 3-ring binder for every class. I had 7 3-ring binders in my backpack at all times with like books and shit, so my backpack was fucking heavy. Like, I actually developed like some chronic shoulder pain from how heavy my backpack was, because I always slung it around just the left shoulder because I wanted to be cool. Like, yeah, cool, I used one shoulder, but then I completely overworked my left shoulder, and I still had some pain even today sometimes.
that's the thing is like my 10th grade year. Since I didn't keep anything in my locker, I had all my textbooks in
Yeah,
my
yeah, I figured
backpack.
that out when I got to college. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Not every subject needs its own 3-ring binder and like journal and shit. This is so stupid. What have I been doing this whole time? But anyways, that was my upperclassman attack, was backpack attack, and like you could like add tools to it, like the ruler and shit. You could add cards to my card, and it made my backpack stronger. I really hope I find that someday. I lost it. I really hope I can track it down.
I hardly ever took notes in school, even in college. Like, the only classes I took notes in was math.
I've always been the kind of person even college, who takes too many notes.
Oh,
I just notate everything. It's probably just I like lists and I like organization and I like writing. So
My notes were the exact opposite of organized. I just wrote as fast and as sloppily as possible. It was more just the fact of like me writing it down is gonna help commit it to memory.
yeah,
I would skim
that's
it
what I was
later.
hoping too.
I would skim it later, but they were such a disorganized, shitty mess.
Yeah, I say organization, but just like the way in which you write lists, kind of organization. If I looked back at them, partly because there was just so much stuff, but it was like I also didn't like hardly label anything, so I was like, God, I have to like look through all of this shit just to find one like subject.
Pee break. I got pee.
Okay, PRB.
E.
Oh,
Oh my god, I just got a second werewolf out of a decryptor.
and you used decryptors to get the first one, right?
Yeah, I did. So I
Damn.
can't trade either one of them. I mean, I knew it was possible, but I thought, well, it's a rare thing. It's probably not likely to happen. Well, the first one I got was certified for juggles. This one's just a plain one, so it's actually worse than the one I already have.
Is it really though? I mean, it's juggles that we're talking about.
At least it's certified. The other one doesn't have shit.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose so. Come on.
Man, I could talk about my high school for hours. There was so much crazy shit that happened. I should probably start actually giving these people names. I guess first names isn't too big a deal. Michael is the guy that's in Alabama now, and I went to like art college thing because he was actually good at art. Like his drawings for the cards was actually pretty good. And he was the leader of the OA, and he had a girlfriend because he was trying to cover up the fact that he was gay, and probably, I don't know, maybe he was probably also like kind of confused and shit as teenagers are.
Yeah.
But Christina was drop dead gorgeous, like model gorgeous, and you know, kind of surprising for her to be at the Outcast table. Well, it turns out she's like super into Japanese animes and stuff. And
She's single? Shit.
She it was nice to have her there, and she was just like really demure and quiet and shy, like pretty much just the perfect thing for Ashton, I guess. She was a thing. And then we were talking about Naruto. She's my
Naruto.
buddy. And we're just chatting about Harry Potter for ninjas is what I thought it was gonna be. And we're just sitting at the table bullshitting like we always do, and she like loses it, and she goes, "Oh my god, that's like watch a real anime. That's like not even shown on Adult Swim." And yeah, that kind of hurt. Because
Wow.
she did it in front of everyone, and like everyone got quiet as she gatekeeped us on fucking anime. Because we'd had conversations before where she was like, this was before that outburst, and she was asking about like what anime we'd watched. I was like, I've seen Pokemon. That's an anime. And so like that became like kind of a thing. Like whenever I would actually have a real conversation with her, we'd talk about anime. And eventually I was like, yeah, I watched all of Gundam 00. And she's like, well, yeah, you'll grow out of robot animes eventually. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ! I didn't even know the gatekeeping like as a term. But she just says it in like the sweetest kind of tone, and she's like got this like perfect little smile on her face, and the whole time it felt like I was the asshole for not watching good enough anime. Like I really felt like a piece of shit. And again, like I said, she was just the most conventionally attractive human being I'd ever seen. So that fucking hurt. She ended up like cheating on Michael, which he's gay, so what does it matter? Is what you would think, but that's still kind of
I wouldn't think
a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, that's so shitty. If it was like a fake relationship, then you'd be like, who cares?
Yeah.
It was more. Well, I mean, there was obviously there was a lot of problems there before
Was it a
that
10?
even, but yeah, she turned out to be a huge bitch. Actually,
Wow.
the whole anime.
So she is the stereotypical attractive girl.
I guess like cliche like Hollywood. Well, there was definitely some attractive ladies that were the most genuine human beings, and actually kind of made me feel like shit because they were so perfect. There's this one girl in class who was she was good at athletics, she was like insanely smart, super pretty, and when I say genuine, like when she asked you how you were and like what was going on, she like actually cared and like remembered you and stuff. Just like, God, dude, save some fucking goodness and charisma for the rest of us. Jesus. Oh, I missed. They're like going out and like doing outreach work in third world countries and stuff.
Yeah, I had a few friends that were like that, but they were also very like 2008 SJWE.
Really?
So, yeah, so I was kind of.
I did not really get much of the SJW stuff at the time.
We're in a
thing.
very divisive town. Yeah,
Yeah, I never really knew about any of that stuff either, honestly.
I didn't know. I didn't realize until like later that they were, SJWE, because I freaking.
Right, but like you can look back and see like the signs of it.
Oh yeah.
And we did not have that. Even in college, I didn't get a whole lot of that, but I also commuted to college. It was really just
Yeah.
I was only there for class. So I didn't really even get the chance to socialize with people.
Yeah, it was the same thing for me in college, so I didn't really see it. But, no, like, because I've told you this story before where I was like talking about the gas station, and I was like, this Mexican guy, and then near the end, I got bumped into that, by the way. I was like, this Mexican guy was doing this thing, and they said, why'd you say he was Mexican, huh? And I was like, because it was a detail. I was like, he was also driving a truck, and I said truck, didn't I? Like, I could have just called it a vehicle. So. And there was like, the one girl was super into birds. And there was a time where I saw 2 birds do it, and they, you know, just basically ran into the back of the one bird, and then they were both on like a pillar, and so, or like a beam, and so when one ran into the other's ass and sat there for a second flapping, they both fell off and hit the ground, and then they both flapped away.
And
I was like,
to go tell her that story.
no, she was right next to me, and I was like, they're like, what? I was like, I told her what I saw, and I was like, I saw 2 birds fucking, and they fell and hit the ground. She like, no, you didn't. When 2 birds have sex, it doesn't last very long. I was like, yeah, this didn't. That's what I saw. It lasted like 2 seconds. Alright, fuck. So, they were kind of just snooty too. They seemed to have rich parents.
Yeah, the thing is, whenever I went to someone else's house, it was fucking $1 million mansions. All of them like trust fund kids with insanely expensive shit. I didn't invite a whole lot of them to my house. I was mentioning like my one friend, he said something about like something that like ruined somebody's house, like a sinkhole or something that like totally destroyed someone's house. I was like, God damn, that's like $150,000 down the drain. And my buddy was like, $150,000? What kind of house can you buy for that much money? Like, what do you use that, like a fucking shack? I was like, oh.
No save.
I was kind of stunned, but I tried to play along. Like, yeah. I don't know why I said 150,000. That was stupid.
Oh, well. Yeah, I lived like, there's a part of our town that like, if you just barely went, like,
Oh my God, that's gonna do it.
if you went like a mile towards my elementary school, I lived in like a $75,000 house. These people probably lived in $500,000 houses, just a mile towards the school, right next to the school, basically. And so like I had a couple friends that lived there, and boy, walk into their house, you'd be like, holy, yeah. Because yeah, well, I was in a small house too. It was like $75K at the time. Now because of fucking house prices, it's worth $300,000. That shitty house. Then my parents' house, which is twice the square footage, right now, it's worth also $300,000. Like, fucking location, man.
Yeah.
It took me a while to learn that they're just like me. They're still kids, even though they've got a bunch of money. I came to that school, I was so damn nervous. I kept telling my mom how much I didn't want to go there. I was like, they're all gonna be richer and smarter and better than me. So it has nothing to do with anything. They're typical dumb kids. Don't understand jack shit about life. They just happen to have parents that are rich.
Yeah, get out of here, teammate. Oh, yeah, you didn't go for kickoff. You better bail. I wasn't like worried at all that they were rich, just like kind of bummed out that I couldn't get like the shit that they did, you know?
Oh man, they always had I got to see like the very first iPhone the day it came out, and all that kind of shit. Like even before the iPhone, the Pocket PCs, the Palm Pilot things.
Oh yeah, I knew a kid
Just
that.
everyone had like really expensive, like the coolest, latest shoes and shit like that.
The thing that was crazy is like at my elementary school, they had a lot of like I said, like really rich people that went to school there, and then when I moved towns, everyone was basically like poor. It's like I got like kind of two different worlds there.
Yeah, I've gotten that as well. My dad's family is dirt poor, fucking living in trailers, and then my mom's side of the family lives in basically a mansion. Like some of them are actual millionaires. So I have also experienced both extremes.
It was nice too that junior high was a smaller school too, so like I don't know, people were a lot closer. Stuff. And obviously you still had two shitty people, a couple shitty people at that school.
That's just everywhere kind of thing.
Yeah. It was like the first time in like, you know, because like in elementary school, I had a couple of friends, but you know, there'd be lots of bullying because oh, you have glasses, yeah, 4 eyes, and I'm like, that's not even good.
60% of Earth's population requires glasses to use properly. It's like the dumbest shit to make fun of someone for.
Yeah, and it was just you have a thing, therefore make fun of you, and it's like.
If I'm pointing out and drawing attention to someone else, and the attention's not on me, I get to look like I'm the cool, smart one.
And now if people did that to us as we're adults, we'd just be like, all right.
Oh yeah, that kind of shit
Ah!
loses its power very quickly.
Didn't mean to say what. Yeah, junior high, no one gave a shit. Everyone was just like, who cares? You got glasses, you're a nerd. Who cares?
Yeah, I was never really picked on. There was only one person who was like particularly mean to me, but like she never bothered me. Like she tried to make fun of me and my friend, like my female friend, for holding hands. But it was like it was like a friendship thing. She was like just trying to like make us feel bad, like calling us lesbians and stuff, like whatever. And then I cut my hair short, and she.
Whoa, such a lesbo.
well, I don't think she ever like said any of the lesbo stuff when at that point.
Was it
It
implied?
was just no. She just like said I looked like a bully and stuff. Just like tried to make me feel unpretty.
It's so shitty.
Yep.
It is. It's just such a shit double standard about how like girls have to think about, am I attractive enough to step outside today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys are like, ah, shit, did I not brush my hair? Oh yeah, I haven't done that all week. Oh well.
Though to be fair, at my work at least, you know, professional environment, they always give me shit for like me not having my hair combed. So, but then they
They're
just kind of
wild
learned to.
dudes.
Yeah, I'm literally known as the guy with crazy hair.
But like,
There was a-
if you're a guy and you don't like cut your fingernails very often or shit, like people are just gonna be like, ugh, what a silly doofus. Whereas if a guy's like super into his nails, it's like, ah, is he gay? What the hell? A guy
Yeah.
that cares about his appearance? Not
I
so.
feel like a lot of people think that a guy who doesn't take care of his appearance a little bit, like you know, you said cutting nails, like It's more of like a like you're such a slob kind of thing.
Yeah. But I feel like that there's like a lot of pressure for girls to be
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
taking like. Did you not even like look in the mirror before you left today? I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? You look like shit. You don't even have makeup on.
I was not the biggest fan of makeup. I still am not. Only eye shit.
Yeah,
It's like-
I like the occasional. I just don't like my skin to look bad. That's what I hate because I have like that kind of weird, like slightly pink patchy sort of texture. I don't know how to describe it, but I hate my skin texture. Absolutely hate it on my face.
Aw. I'll say that.
I have so much hair all over my face. I can't. Do I have skin under there anymore? I don't know. I need to fucking train this weekend. It is unreal.
Like a mountain
Speaking
man.
of, oh god, yeah, it's so bad. Speaking of eye makeup, I made a I made a girl at Qdoba. She was real happy because I complimented her eye makeup. This girl's been like really friendly with me recently. And I don't.
That sounds like a scam. She,
Yeah,
that can't be because of you.
She's up to something.
Absolutely.
But, like she saw me. She was walking in when I was walking in the other day, and she was like walking next to me, all like super jolly and stuff. And I was just kind of like, why is she so happy? And she's
That
like
sounds like a
asking me
pyramid scheme.
personal questions. But today she was wearing like eyeshadow and like eyeliner and stuff. And of course, you know, that just that really gets me humid, you know. But I was just like, hey, nice eye stuff you did today. And she's like, thanks, like really thanks. She was like super happy about it. And I was like, that's different than usual, right? I'm not crazy. She's like, yeah. So,
Man,
you know,
that high when you can make a girl like feel good about herself.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah, did I just have sex? Too bad that other Qdoba girl hasn't emailed me back from Baltimore. She's in school. She's 19. I'm not like wanting to a different maturity level. I just wanted to be friends and talk about Bloodborne.
It
Especially-
is tough to make friends these days.
It really is.
I was like, let's do stuff over email, you know? It's a little easier. Oh, they lost it. Also, I feel these days I don't want to make friends as much.
Same.
Fuck people.
I've become such a fucking hermit.
Oh shit! So
It's so easy. Like, why would I go out and do something when there's Netflix and video games
and chill.
and books? Well,
I
self
wish
chill,
I
I
read
guess.
more.
I've been hitting the library so hard.
In vandalism charges against them.
They've
the
made
court.
the library it kicks so much ass these days. It's so nice. You can just search the database, and it's like, if the library closest to you doesn't have it, you just submit an order, and it'll be there in like 2 days. And then I can just go in. They've got like a self-checkout kiosk now. I just walk in, grab my book, and go. I don't even have to talk to a human being. It's fucking awesome. They got movies. Some libraries even have video games now.
Yeah, I used to be super into reading, but for some reason I just kind of fell off it, and I'm sad that I can't get myself to start again.
Yeah, I love books, and I go through that every once in a while. It'll just be like a month where I just can't motivate myself to do it. But I have like a lot of go-to books that are just really easy to read and just really light and fun, and they kind of like gets me back into the. It gets that like itch going again. And then once I'm in it, it's so good.
Yeah.
Nothing beats a good book.
Oh,
I'm reading one right now about the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster. It's super fucking depressing. There's this poor lady. Her husband was one of the. Her husband was part of the first responder fire department that went out to. They just knew that it was a fire. They didn't know that it was at the goddamn radioactive plant. So they didn't have any radioactive like gear on at all. They just went in there in typical like they went in with like short sleeves.
Wow.
And so you know, obviously they didn't last long. They were all dead within 2 weeks from radiation poisoning. But it was really sad because they were like newlyweds and she was pregnant.
Oh damn.
And she went to the hospital that he was at and begged them to go in and see her husband, and they were like, we'd really rather you not. But she was like, do you have kids already? And she lied and told him that she had 2 kids. She goes, good, because you're probably never going to be able to have kids again if we let you see him. Because he's so radioactive that, you know, you're going to have radiation poisoning as well after this. And so she lied and said she already had 2 kids. And she's like, are you planning on having any more? And she's like, no, let me just see my husband. So, you know, clearly lying about that. And she ended up losing her husband and gave birth to a baby with like a fucked up liver. And the baby died in like 4 hours after it was born. It's just like, holy shit, she sacrificed. She knew her daughter was gonna die. She knew about that, but like sacrificed it to have another 2 weeks with her husband. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. This is like super depressing. And it's still just kind of like fucking me up, I guess. I can't imagine making that choice.
Yeah, yeah, it's like, I don't know if I would, like, I would definitely really want to see him, obviously, while he's still alive, but, like, if you have his kid, then you have something to remember him by, and you only lose one thing instead of 2.
Yeah.
It just seems more logical
But
to,
also, you know, these Russians were real shit at on the organizational aspect of everything, and the guys were just like isolated and alone, and like their skin is like falling off and shit, and she's like, I can't let him just suffer in pain by himself.
yeah,
It's horrible to let my loved one live like that in his final few days, to not even, because he's, you know, begging for her the whole time. There is a somewhat happy ending. She did remarry and had another kid, despite the doctors telling her, you do not have another child. He's gonna be born with no arms and shit. And she had another kid, and he turned out okay.
Oh, that's good.
Surprisingly. So there's a somewhat like happy ending there.
Yeah.
After the most depressing shit I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, I can't do sad stuff. Like, I can't read or watch.
I thought
super
it was
sad
gonna be.
stuff.
I thought it was going to be like an actual explanation of how the Chernobyl disaster happened. I did not know it was going to be personal letters and stories from the victims and their families. I was not ready for that. I was just genuinely curious about the radioactive meltdown and shit.
I saw a real gross photo the other day of a Cyclops donkey.
Oh, I saw that
And-
too, with the head like split iris or something.
It had two different irises on his Cyclops eye.
Oh.
Basically, Sonic the Hedgehog syndrome.
I thought there was no way that was real, but a Redditor commented that it was real, so I can't refute that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
proof.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
really gross looking.
That was fucked up. It was an enormous eye.
Yeah.
Like, it went, like, over the ridge of its nose and to the other side. These are the kind of stories and topics that people tune into the Twitch for. We got to give the people what they want.
Yeah, it's true.
They want to hear about depressing radioactive skin sliding off and donkeys with one eye, one massive eye.
Why does Google think I want Shrek stuff? I don't care about Shrek donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah, I don't care about donkey.
That's a nice boulder.
I'm at, guys, I'm almost at 9,000 likes on my tweet. Thank you.
In the morning, I'm
You're
making
famous.
Famous. I gained 7 followers on my Twitter because of it.
Nice.
You got your Twitch linked to your Twitter, right? Or like a
I put all my announcement gifs on there, and I have it in my description that I Twitch.
I held out a small sliver of hope that we have like one new person who's like, I saw your dope ass tweet, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I love making fun of handicapped people. We'd be like, ah,
Yeah.
that's not what I want.
I blew up real quiet. I had one girl reply.
There's no girl
Don't-
doing that. Don't fucking lie to me.
She said, "Don't you mean hearing impaired?" And I was
Yeah,
like,
that would make the
Nope.
joke funnier.
and so I was like, I saw it when I was like going to bed. I'm like, I'm not gonna reply to this now. But then next day I was like, all right, I'm just gonna tell her. No, I actually didn't though. But she either deleted her tweet or she just made her profile entirely private.
Maybe she blocked you.
No, she blocked tweets from anyone who doesn't follow her. So
Are you on
Yeah.
Twitter, Angel? You know, what's your opinion of Twitter?
I think it's cancer.
I love
I think it can be entertaining sometimes, but I don't know. If I need social media entertainment, I go to Reddit.
Yeah, I mean that's how I think I use Reddit for like everything. I used to follow like 5 things, but it was only to get like news on them. But like a subreddit's so much better for that that I don't even bother with Twitter anymore.
The one nice thing about Twitter is like Japanese people use Twitter a lot more than other stuff. So like for Gundam stuff and all that.
I have no problem with you using Twitter. I'm just saying it's not for me. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
you don't have
that's
to like justify it.
I'm saying that's my appeal for it though.
Your addiction to Twitter, man. I'm not gonna hold it against you. No judgments here.
But it's also nice just like following the things that I'm interested in. It's kind of like Reddit in that way, but individuals rather than subreddits. So
Yeah.
I just get a lot of Gundam posts, and I try not to follow celebrities because like fuck those. I don't really care. But there's some I follow like Hideo Kojima and like Aaron Hansen and shit like that.
I used to follow the YouTuber that I really like, Northern Line, but almost all of the tweets, like 80%, was just, I got a new video. It's like, alright, I didn't need a tweet for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch soon. Like, don't give a shit, and I know your schedule. I don't need that. I used to follow like IGN for gaming news, but again, like r/gaming is so much better to get gaming news.
Yeah.
Basically, Reddit kind of ruined Twitter for me.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because like Japanese people don't do Reddit very much, so like figured it'd be something that they'd be into like the whole world really, but
don't know what individuals I like enough to follow on Twitter. I'm trying to think.
Oh God.
Well, you have a Twitter, don't you? Oh, but I said individuals I would want to follow. I actually like.
Oh.
Never mind.
That's the thing is like most of the individuals that I like follow now, I didn't think like, oh yeah, I want to follow this person. It was just kind of like I see a lot of their content, or I saw them post something. I was like, I like that. Let me check out your Twitter. I saw on their page. I was like, oh, yeah, I like that stuff. So yeah, I'll watch you. I'll follow you.
I think I saw where like porn stars will have Twitter accounts and will like talk to people and shit. That is just tragic. Because, I mean, I get why they're doing it. It's, you know, that's gonna make their brand, you know, spread awareness and shit, and get people to, I don't know, I guess pay for their videos. That's probably a thing.
Plus, it's also community engagement.
Yeah, they're a certain type of celebrity.
Those guys, like, are they thinking that they're getting through, that like something's gonna happen there? 'Cause that's really sad.
They just
That's
want to
what
be friends.
That's what I wonder about just any old YouTube celebrity or whoever. It's like,
Yeah, I guess it's even worse on Twitch. I guess like there's direct chat interaction, like real time.
it's like while like the people in my chat are cool and everything, and like they're not like they probably will never be like a close friend because I don't interact with them in real life, and so like they're just kind of like this weird subcategory of friend unless I talk to them a bunch outside of the Twitch. But like these people, they think that they have like a personal connection with them, which I find strange because I will never think that. Like,
Yeah.
if Aaron Hansen or whoever like said a word to me or even started to talk to me a little bit, I wouldn't be like, "You're a friend." No, like,
I'd be excited, but it would certainly
Like,
yeah.
it's just it's
Senpai
weird when you.
noticed me.
yeah, exactly.
And it's also weird because you get to know these people, like they're constantly showing who they are to you. You get to know them and like the things that they like and don't like. I can see how, like there's people I listen to on my podcasts. I feel like I know them. I feel like they're close friends. Even though like if I met them in real life, I wouldn't expect them to be friends with me just because I'd listen to it. But it would be kind of awkward to be like, man, I feel like I know you, but you don't know me at all.
Yeah.
It's
That
like-
would be
it's like
kind
they're-
of weird.
They're your friend, but you're not their friend.
Right. And you know, make it 10 times worse when it's a cute Twitch girl that you've fallen in love with. It's I can see how
God.
it just really falls down a really depressing and tragic hole there.
Like Meg Turney when that guy broke into her house, or was outside of their house, or broke in with a gun and wanted to kill her husband.
Oh.
She was a YouTuber. I don't know if I don't think she does Twitch. You know the slow-mo guys?
Yeah.
One of them is her husband.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And she's like a famous like cosplayer who does a lot of sexy cosplay. Not like porn cosplay, but underwear.
The name sounds familiar. I'm sure I've seen pictures of her.
What was the name again?
Meg Turney.
Yeah.
But she
Pretty sure I've seen pictures of her.
she's great. I love her. She used to be on the No like YouTube video game news channel. But she took a break from YouTube because of that whole shooting thing, or attempt to shoot. The guy ended up killing himself outside. By the way.
Jesus.
That was the resolution of it. Cops came, he shot himself in the head.
And
So yeah,
obviously that's horrible, but I'm like I can see how that would fester. Like I would never let it get that far, but I can see how that would happen to someone.
Yeah.
psychopath.
If you've got like less self-control or you know less secure and Ah, damn it. I lost.
There was also the guy that like I don't know what streamer this was or what YouTuber, but apparently there was a guy that came to his door that was like, "Hi," and he's like, "Hi, who are you?" And he's like, "I'm from whatever country. I love watching your content, and I've come to live with you because I think you're my friend." He's like, buddy, no." Like, oh, and so he had to like try to call to get. Like, he was like, "Hey, you know, I could try to set you up with like a hotel or whatever, or like, but no, you can't. You can't be living here. You can't do any of this. You can't be my friend. Sorry." It's got to be awkward too.
Definitely.
I think that's why I was bringing it up, because like I kind of get it. I get that feeling of like, man, I feel like we're already almost friends now, but I have to like check that. And be like, yeah, it is just. I don't even interact with people on Twitter or anything. But, you know, you spend hundreds of hours getting to know someone like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a strange thing. But, like, the internet, it's so fucking crazy what the internet has led to. Just what if computers were connected? You would have no idea the kind of stuff that would lead to.
The time to penis was really fast though. That's the time in which people create penis on whatever platform that you have. No! So like video games, you know, if you give people a sandbox to be able to build stuff in a video game, at some point it's time to penis. How long does it take for somebody to build penis?
It's just like, you know, how people, you know, they get to class early or something and draw a dick on the chalkboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Had that fighter pilot that like accidentally made a dick in the clouds. I think that's as good as it's gonna get, except for like the Curiosity rover accidentally
That
dick. That
was
it
great,
doesn't
too.
it doesn't get better than that. That is peak penis humor.
drew a dick on Mars. It's gone probably because of the winds and whatnot, but still.
You
We showed the planet who's boss. We staked our claim. No! There's also time to crate in video game. How long does it take you to until you see generic crate?
Oh, just like a box, like a wooden box.
Yeah. Like,
I was thinking loot crate.
Yeah, me too.
it's like it's
I feel like that's
It's
probably
like-
less common now, but that used to be very much a thing.
there'd just be crate, you know, it's like one of the most boring things you could have in a video game. Like you couldn't put anything else but a crate here. Though some games, right, it's like more in a warehouse or whatever. It could be crate.
Yeah, I think just back then it was you just needed to like fill space with you wanted large objects because smaller ones are more difficult
Oh,
to make. You're just like, let's hide the gem jewels inside a, I don't know, a crate. Crates are fun when they explode into small chunks of. Should keep doing that. Oh, packet loss! I can't tell what's happening.
time to crate and time to barrel are pretty much the same type of thing. Especially explosive barrel.
Speaking of explosive barrel, there's you know that skill in Monster Hunter Fortitude, where you get like a bonus every time you die.
Mm-hmm.
You get like like a 10 or 15% attack boost. I watched a video where a guy said that Fortitude is like the strongest jewel in the game as far as attack boost goes.
What?
So he had a whole build around. You get there, you set down 2 mega barrel bombs and blow them up, kill yourself. Then you do it again and kill yourself a second time because Fortitude jewel stacks. So he had like plus 30% attack or some shit like that. He's like, you've only got 1 feint left on the quest, but he killed like Behemoth, I think, doing that because I think it ups your attack and defense.
Yeah.
Then he like drank a mega armor skin and the mega demon drug, and it was just like it was a ridiculous concept build, but it was super powerful. Apparently, they're like Japanese speedrunners that are actually using that technique. Because it takes like a couple minutes to kill yourself twice. Oh! But yeah, I guess it can actually make a difference.
I read somewhere that the difference between regular armor and armor skin and demon drug and the mega version.
3.
Yeah. And so people are saying like it's not even worth it. Just go with the regular one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I found the like first versions to be a bigger pain in the ass to make. Usually, when I have the first version, I have plenty of whatever it is to craft the second mega version. At least that's how it's been so far.
Yeah, not for me.
Well, I think you just need adamant seed or might seed.
Need Adam's seed.
Well, no, I think you need like you need like the demon drug and like a catalyst or something. Which I mean, catalysts aren't hard to make.
Yeah, I think that's what I have a ton of is catalyst. I don't know. I don't remember now. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. The fuck do I know?
That's what I keep asking.
I guess we ended up not being too rusty here at Rocket League. We've had a pretty good evening so far.
Yeah. Pretty good. Won some, we lost some, but most of them were. I feel we won mostly.
This match,
blowouts.
I cannot. Football is rubber banding so hard.
Oh, they fucked each other. Live in front of a studio audience. Oh.
As luck would have it, yeah, those 2 gay guys actually did like hang out all the time. And it honestly should have been pretty obvious if they were both gay. But I didn't think anyone would be that sinful in our Christian school.
On this Minecraft server.
Can you believe there were kids there that were reading Harry Potter?
Probably what turned them gay. That and the lack of snake
Wouldn't
handling.
surprise me. Maybe it was too much snake handling. Hey-oh!
Huh?
I cannot believe you actually pulled that off. I saw it and I was like, is he? Is he gonna do it? And then you...
I didn't want to, but I saw a guy coming in, and I was like, I don't know.
I don't think it was in. I was hoping. I just didn't think you'd be able to pull it off.
Oh.
I just didn't think you had it in you. But now you can put it in you.
They haven't put it in yet.
The
I'm waiting for it.
Snake handling. There's a snake in my poop.
There's a snake in my poop. That's what me and my friend always said. He said. Especially because he had like the little actual toy, and you know, has that like has the like shit audio.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like there's a snake in my poop. There's a snake in my poop. It's like,
Man, Toy Story still looks really good for
Yeah,
how
it
long
does.
ago that came out.
yeah.
That was really an impressive feat.
Models look pretty good. You can tell. I think the lighting is a little. Like, I guess there's like less particle type effects, right? Because a lot of the shows now they love their particles and their bloom and shit.
Yeah.
Bloom and onions.
But everything looked like it was actually made of plastic. Like they would get like
Oh yeah.
the little molding like imperfections and shit just right, and like the stickers weren't always put on exactly perfectly. Just an amazing attention to detail.
They got that like exact kind of diffuse lighting on the model that makes it look plastic.
Yeah.
Also amazing that like they had that technology to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Is like that. For that to happen at the time, wasn't that like the first fully animated CG movie? Like full length, I think.
Wonder if they used a ray tracer too. They did. Well, actually,
Fucking Sid. What a bastard.
Yeah.
What a little bastard.
I don't know. Is that from the movie? It's so long since I've seen Toy Story.
I'm like a crazy bald kid that liked to blow his soldiers up.
Ew.
Yeah. I never saw Toy
Biggest-
Story 2
biggest
or
sisters,
3.
toys, and like Frankenstein.
Guys are probably in jail now for being a murderer or something.
Good. Fuck him.
Cutting apart squirrels.
Yes, Toy Story is the first 3D animated.
What do you see? What year it came out?
95, I think it said.
95.
nuts.
That read me like a damn
The
thing.
Matrix was like 99.
Yeah. Yep, 95.
That is unbelievable.
No. Oh, hit it.
I had the right angle. I would have gotten it. Oh shit, we're out of time.
Ugh. Cooks are out of there. Oh, boy. Eek.
It's falling with style.
No, it's gonna hit the ground. No, it's definitely gonna hit the ground now. Boop, boop, boop.
The Iron Giant was another good one.
I remember liking it, but I don't remember what it was about again.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
There's Wreck-It Ralph trailer that came out today.
I don't think I saw the first one.
I
saw
didn't.
parts of it.
Me neither. I just appreciate that they like do video game reference.
Yeah.
Man, the first Pokemon movie, that blew my mind. Shit's
I
gonna
still
be in
love
the
that shit.
theaters. Go see that with my cousin Ashton. We're both huge into Pokemon.
Hey, that's me.
I didn't know you guys were related.
Yeah.
I told you about that time when I first put your number into my phone. I texted some ridiculous bullshit to my cousin instead of you. Because he's part of the poverty-stricken side of my dad's family, the ultra-religious, like watches Christian Broadcasting Network channel.
Oh, fuck.
I texted him something. I think it was something about anime girls or something like real, some kind of weeaboo shit, and I had the word "fucking" in it. So I mean, it was just a trifecta of horrible shit that I did not mean to text him. And he goes, "Is this the wrong number?" I'm like, "Yep, it sure is. I got the wrong number." And immediately had to make I changed yours to Ruashua, Ashton, just so I would never make that mistake again. It was funny because there have been times where, like my mom's like, "You need to text your cousin Ashton and wish him happy birthday," but I'm scared because I've still got the same number, and I told him that was the wrong number, so I can't text him from this phone. 'Cause, like, you know, if he's still got that old text message, like, "Hey, that's you? You know, like, were you the one that sent me that?" I just have to keep finding creative ways to not message him specifically from my phone.
When you said, oh, when you told him I have the wrong number, I thought you meant that like you told him just, oh yeah, I accidentally texted the wrong person, not.
Yeah.
No, I had to pretend like I'm a stranger because if he realizes that I said that, he'd probably like tell his mom and his mom and my mom talk. So yeah, it'd be awkward.
Oh man.
I wonder if I still have that text. Yeah, we don't really talk or hang out anymore. We're both into. He was really into something else, and I was like, "Nah, man, you gotta get into this Pokemon. That's where it's at." Like I convinced him, you gotta start doing Pokemon. Oh, we were into Dragon Ball Z. That's what it was. We were super into Dragon Ball Z, but then you know that whole like, it's of Satan thing, and you've got a demon inside you. And that's why you like it. I guess you probably weren't here for that story, Angel. But so since I wasn't allowed to do Dragon Ball Z, I convinced him we should really get into Pokemon. And then he did, and then like he got super into it. So he's still obsessed with it as far as I know. And then after a while, I kind of stopped being into Pokemon. Like years and years later. Like high school, I was like, all right, I'm kind of done with Pokemon. Then I got into Naruto. I was like, nah, dude, Pokemon, that's so old. You know, that's old news. You got to get into new shit. And then he got super into Naruto, like way more than I did.
A real anime, Naruto.
Yeah, you gotta
Heck
watch
yeah.
a real anime. That shit's for babies. It's kind of funny how he's like slowly falling behind me, but getting way more into whatever it is than I am. Yeah, we don't really hang out ever. I don't hang out with like hardly anyone that I used to be friends with anymore. At least I got you guys. Right.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much my only friends now.
That's me too. That's also by choice.
Yeah. I mean, technically, like, Tegan and them are still my friends. I just never talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, they're people that I would that I get along with, but
Exactly, but like actually communicating with on a daily basis, you guys are it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to talk to Tegan and Devin. They wouldn't be able to. I have this chat with Angel, but I don't feel that they would have deep conversations about certain subjects. Well,
Like,
most subjects.
even this Discord is just like completely changes things. We can like share links and stuff. It's so great.
Yeah.
We can talk like asynchronously. Well, this has gotten awfully touchy-feely.
I have that private part of the Discord, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should put the anti-pastor thing in the general. I know most people don't care, but if you don't want to like alienate anyone, they could actually come from your Twitch and be like, this is not a Christian stream.
I think they'll find out pretty quick.
Yeah, they probably find out pretty quick. It doesn't.
That's fair.
That's the thing is like, you know, I can't censor myself much, right? Like, something's gonna come out. I'm not child friendly, right? I know of and say words like Futanari.
Speaking of which, Yeet hasn't been on in a while. I guess he was at Grounded or whatever.
Speaking of Futanari,
He's on him a week.
No, she has a segue. Continue.
no, that's like Ashton said. Mentioned
And then
Futanari,
I
you're
brought
like,
up Yeet.
hey, like speaking of which.
Oh
As if
shit, you're
Yeet-
calling out my segue.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
As if
Oh,
Yeet
because-
had something to positively do with
Because
rather than-
because you said that your stream is not child friendly. And
Oh, yeah.
and I was thinking, yeah, that's why it's hilarious that Yeet is one of our most frequent.
Yeah.
Shit, that did sound weird, didn't it? I was calling you out for it. I was like, what the hell? Why are you bringing up Futanari with Yeet?
Oh!
I could have ended it all right there.
It would have been a cool ending too. I would have had a boner. Oh,
No
I'm just
boners this
lo-
time.
now I'm left with just empty heart. Without a boner to fill.
Blue bald. Blue bald.
Oh, singular ball. When you don't score the ball in Rocket League in a long time, it turns blue. Oh, I'm sorry.
Another PSA Stitch video, but I didn't watch all of it yet.
I watched it. It was pretty good.
I've seen some of it. Really surprised he's got such a long one out already.
Yeah, he didn't have like as crazy of his animations in it. It's also like such a recent development. Like literally,
Yeah,
it
he's like
just
the day
happened.
before. Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Freaking Kotaku had an article about that shit today. I was like, wow, really?
Razor Fist had a video as well. It's actually I saw that like graph, that line graph thing. All the
Yeah.
YouTubers connected. I had not realized it had Chris Raygon on it. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, how Chris Raygun? Like,
Because
like-
The other ones are obviously wrong. There's a lot on there that's clearly not like alt-right, but holy shit, Chris Raygun. Makes no sense.
he talks shit about the stuff that we agree with and about us, and so he's the people we don't like.
yep,
Yeah.
Obviously.
he's our enemy. It's
Like
such a
I get it
stupid way to
with
think.
with Sargon, it's like it's also wrong, but I get it. Like I get
Yeah.
it makes sense. But man, Chris Raygun is just so silly antics and shit.
Mm-hmm.
What was nuts, and I don't know if you made it there in the video, but like, that one article that was talking about Sargon of Akkad, how he like agreed. He had the debate with Richard Spencer and agreed
I've
with
seen
everything.
That debate.
But then, if you watch the debate, it's like he didn't though.
No.
Like, but this news article was just like, yeah, he agreed with him, and he shared the same sentiment as him. It's like, no.
Yeah. He very clearly
is-
made it like that. Like I'm just trying to understand how you could have such a crazy position. He actually specifically said he wasn't debating him during that whole thing. He's like, I'm just here, just to have like a conversation. I'm just trying to figure you out.
Well, yeah, it's a discussion, right?
Yeah, the shit you're saying doesn't like make sense to me. But yeah, just even talking with the undesirables makes you an undesirable.
It's so stupid. There's just like, yeah, if you even debate them on a platform, that's giving them time to talk about stuff, which means they could influence people, which means that it's still a bad thing. It's like, no, we have to debate these people. That's the whole point.
Yeah, you don't defeat a bad idea by ignoring it.
You have to show why it's stupid. You can't just go, yeah, no, anti-abortion, right? Or abortion's good because we say so. Abortion's bad because we say so. Like, that's just not how it works. You have to have argument.
Boom!
Oh shit.
Ooh, some bros is subscribe. Oh, thank you, some bro, with your Twitch Prime.
Where are my emotes?
I have to refresh or something.
What the
You only
ruined
get-
nut? Ruined nut is the fancy one, right?
Fancy?
You can only do if you're subscribed or whatever.
Well, there's. It's Ruashu Nut. It's.
Oh,
in-
that's right.
But no, there's 3 levels of emotes. So I have 3 emotes.
Oh my god.
You have
I
2.
didn't want a whole fucking dissertation. What can I do now that I couldn't do before?
You can do Ruashu Nut.
Look at that. $5
Bam.
well spent.
10 out of 10.
And you can also do exclamation mark horse and have that thing play, but you're probably not listening to the stream, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wait. You could listen to the stream and have it happen.
It's awful.
But yeah, the other 2 emotes are if you like pay more money to subscribe for whatever.
Damn it.
You have to have spaces.
I know.
Nutruash.
That does look really weird.
You could click on the emote like crazy in the little emote menu. I'll just put it.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was perfect.
What other benefits do you get? Nothing. you if you link your Twitch with your Discord account, you will
That's
have
like a lot of work.
another role added on. Not really a lot of work, but that's why there's a couple people in the Discord that have green names. Just because they're subscribers and they linked their account. And so it automatically puts them as a green name. And then you can also use the emotes. You can use all 3 of the emotes in the Discord now. Even the premium ones. Super premium ones. And you can also use them in other Discords.
Oh shit.
Yeah, all those other
Even if,
I'm a part of.
yeah. I'm a part of a bunch of Discords, but
I'm part of another group that nobody ever seems to post in. It's just like
What?
a guy that I worked with at Walmart.
There's just I've got like 3 kind of smaller ones and then a bunch for like random shit like the Rocket League Discord you could use it in. They got Colorado Twitch streamers and
How you guys really get around?
Gundam building Discord.
Oh,
It's cool.
Not apply CLR to the skin, you madman. Okay, I see that now. I hadn't looked at your announcement GIF yet.
Yeah, that's why I said that thing. I wasn't actually concerned. I was just playing a joke on.
This cat is adorable. I love cat playing drums.
Yeah.
That cat playing drum video is so good.
Yeah,
It's so cute. I love the voice in it. It's so adorable. Oh.
Well, guys, it's been a fun time.
Yeah.
Time. Wilp.
Catch
Time for me to get out of here too.
Floppity.
Bye.
Nighty,
Angel, I love you.
nighty. I love you too.
Love you.
Bye. Bye, stream. Love you, stream. We'll be back on tomorrow, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Daylight time.